Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just gonna get straight into the video. First thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit of olive oil on my shrimps just so that the seasoning can sit right on those shrimp. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do is add my jerk seasoning. Add whatever jerk seasoning you have at your home, but I have the Walker's Hood hot and spicy, and that's what I'm gonna be adding. Alright, if you don't like spice, go ahead and use the mild. So I want it to taste exactly like jerk shrimp, so I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the jerk seasoning. I am going to add a teaspoon of my Creole all-purpose seasoning, and then I'm going to add half pack of my sazon goya just to add a little bit of color to the shrimp. All right, because you don't want the shrimp to be salty, so you don't want to add too much seasoning. All right, and remember the jerk seasoning is already packed with all those spices and herbs, so it's already delicious by itself. Alright, so in this video I'm using large shrimps. I either like to use the large or the jumbo, but I'm using large shrimp, and I went ahead and I removed the shells, I butterfly them, and I removed the veins. I kept the tails on because I like to see the shrimp with the tails on it. It just looks more beautiful in the plate, but you don't have to. Alright, and I'm just gonna carefully rub the seasoning onto the shrimp. If you have the tails on like me, you want to use a spoon to do this process because you don't want to get pierced by the tail of the shrimp. Alright. So here we have our veggies. I'm just going to chop them up. I have carrots, onions, and bell peppers. After chopping them up, I just want to blanch my carrots just for a little bit, for a couple minutes in some hot water, just so that my process can go faster. So while my shrimps are cooking, I have my carrots cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't want to overcook them. All right, so I'm just going to grease my stovetop grill, and then I am going to add my shrimp. I'm going to give them like 2.5 minutes on each side, and yeah, because we don't want them to overcook and dry out. We want them nice and juicy. Okay. So now that my shrimp is cooked, I am just going to take them away from the heat, set them aside, and then I'm going to move on to sauteing my veggies. Alright, so I have some oil in my pot already heated up, so I am just going to add my peppers and onions. I'm going to saute them for a few minutes, and I did boil corn on the cob, and then I'm going to cut the greens off. And I also have my carrots that I already blanched, so everything is fresh from my fridge. So I didn't see the need of going out to buy the canned ones, but if you want, you can use everything from the can. You can just buy a can of mixed vegetable and use that. Alright, so now I'm just gonna saute my bell peppers and my onions, and then I'm gonna add my carrots and my corns and saute those into it as well. I did have a little bit of too much oil in my pot, so I removed some of it because I don't want my rice to be greasy. So after sauteing my veggies, I am going to add some finely chopped scallion. You can add finely chopped onions as well, but I didn't want any onions in my fried rice. So I am going to cook my eggs separate as well, because I don't eat eggs unless it is in cake or bread, or it's baked in something. Otherwise I don't eat it. So I am just gonna scramble it separately and one little hack to get nice fluffy eggs is just to add a little bit of whole milk. I learned that from my younger years when I was working at Burger King, and that's how they make their eggs. They add just a little bit of milk in there and to make it nice and fluffy. So I'm just gonna scramble this up and set it aside to serve separately because I don't eat it. All right, but you can just go ahead and add it after you add your rice. And I just want to apologize for all the sniffles in this voiceover. I'm still recovering from the virus, as most of you know, but I don't know what's wrong. I am better. I think I'm better, but I still have that stuffiness and that a little bit of cough. That is why I'm so hesitant in doing a video, but I can't have my channel running and not posting anything. That's not good for my channel. So now my eggs are nice and fluffy and ready, and yeah, we're just gonna set it aside, and whenever they're ready to eat that, they can go ahead and add their salt and pepper themselves. So now I'm just gonna add my rice, right? And I'm gonna mix it up and then add some soy sauce. So I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of soy sauce because I'm not making a lot, and you don't want it to be salty because soy sauce can be salty if you add too much. So it all depending on the amount of rice that you have in your saucepan. As you can tell, I don't have a lot, so I don't need a lot of soy sauce in mine. All right. So now I'm just gonna add my soy sauce, and I'm gonna add it gradually. And as you add your soy sauce, the color of your rice is gonna change and give you that nice light brown color. All right, so you just wanna use a measuring spoon if you have to, but I just gradually add mine until I have my desired consistency of color and taste. So now that everything is well incorporated, I'm just gonna add my shrimp. All right, after adding the shrimp, you just wanna mix it up a little bit, let it simmer for a couple minutes, and then your rice is ready. All right, so this is what it's looking like. This is like the finished look for me. You can go ahead and add some chopped pineapples in there as well if you want to. If that's your heart desire, you can go ahead and do that, but this is just some plain old fried rice, jerk shrimp fried rice. And guys, the jerk shrimp was on point. You don't need a lot, as I said, just that jerk seasoning. Oh my god, jerk shrimp, if you never have jerk shrimp before, you need to make it. Okay, so I'm just gonna plate it. This was from me and my sister-in-law. So the next thing you're gonna do is just go ahead and eat this before the husband and kids come home. All right. So if you try out this recipe, guys, don't be afraid to come back and leave in the comment section. Let me know how it turned out because I know you're gonna enjoy it. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet, and if you like what you see. All right, bye guys, thanks for watching.